limit of people that could get on, so yeah.
This question's for the teachers. What habit do you think is the hardest to follow?
Love you so much. I think for a teacher maybe, it's a little hard to sharpen the saw, right? We're always thinking about our students and what comes next in the classroom. Sharpen the saw means you're taking some personal time to do what you like and what you enjoy, and that's sometimes hard for teachers to do. So I think in the aspect of a student, I think that's also hard because they do a lot of hard work here in school, which is their favorite. And so, finding that time to talk about connecting with your families and what you like to do on your spare time, I think that's a thing that we do often in like our morning meetings. We talk about what they like to do, what they enjoy, and try to put that at the forefront of what they're doing.
I think another one that is really challenging societally is seeking first to understand and then to be understood. So I feel like sometimes it's challenging for us to always teach that to the kids because it's not always modeled in the world right now, right? So I think it's probably the most important one, and we need to practice that as adults as well, but I think that right now they're really all important and all difficult, right, at different moments, but I think that one is an absolute necessity just in today, right? So we work really hard to try to model that and give kids opportunities to just pause, reflect, and try to seek to understand. It's not always about being understood. You have to seek first.
I think win-win is really hard because it's not about one person making a compromise. It's actually coming up with a completely different solution. And sometimes we are so stuck in our own way of how things need to be that we can't get out of that, and it's hard for students as well as adults to be like, let's think of a completely different idea that embeds both of our thoughts.
My question is for the students. What habits have you taught to members of your family?
I've taught my family to put first things first because my family, and I'm pretty sure all my families, we have very busy schedules. And to get a lot of things done, it's really hard. So we need to put those important, like the big rocks first to make sure that everything gets done. And if we have free time later, we can do those fun things.
Mine has to be think win-win because me and my brothers fight a lot about what to do, and sometimes we just gotta agree on things together, and sometimes we vote because if one person wants to do something and the other person doesn't want to do it, then I just try and agree with him because there's no reason to fight about it anymore.
I also have to agree with Juju. I definitely do a really similar thing. Me and my brother fight a lot, but whenever we have to fix it, sometimes we just do like a vote or like compromise and like go in between, or sometimes he's just nice enough to do my way. But sadly, it's not the other way around.
So, yeah, me and my siblings fight a lot too. So, it's kind of like a plot twist. One sibling takes my stuff, and I take theirs back, then they put it away, and then they take my stuff back.
So my sister, let's just say, got a lot of money for her birthday, and she chose, I teach her beginning with the end in mind because she likes to spend $60 in one day on squishies.
just synergize because before I went to this school, I didn't really cooperate with my family a lot. I didn't spend a lot of time with them, but since first grade, I've been playing with my little brother, playing card games, and teaching him some of the things I learned since I joined first grade.
Once all that stuff's done, I like to go out and play with my friends in the neighborhood.
As a member of the team, what do you think the most important job or responsibility is?
Probably assemblies and the spring fundraiser, because you have to think about the spring fundraiser, like what needs it most and what people will buy to get money for the fundraiser.
I would say probably always doing like the right thing, because it's you should always be doing the right thing. As a Lighthouse team, you should always follow what your gut says you should do.
I think that the hardest thing to do is the spring fundraiser, like Ronnie said, and also sometimes timing, because if like you have to practice for an assembly, but you want to play games, it gets hard because like you want to do it, but there's stuff that you need to do first before. So that goes into putting first things first.
As a kid, I really want to listen what time we have to meet at the meetings because as a kid, I feel like it's very hard for listening because when the teacher gives you a direction, you don't listen or you like flip to the wrong page or something.
I think they were all equally hard just because this job is very challenging for most. But I do agree that you gotta make sure you have like a pretty even schedule.
Lives. We have challenges on our road, but we also have this, a pretty big job. And I feel like setting the example is always one of the hard things because you have things in your life that maybe are just a little bit more important, or maybe you just want to get a distraction, but yeah.
So I agree with Ronnie and Juju because I feel like we came up with so many ideas for the fundraiser, but we can only choose one, and also choosing what to put in for the fundraiser. Like what kids want to buy, and like if they want to buy those to help the organization that we're joining with and raising money with them.
I feel like the hardest thing is that when we again agreed with is that we have to time everything perfectly, because then some things might not work out. And we want everything to go smoothly and as easy as possible, so we won't have any problems that we have to deal with later.
What do you think the biggest way this experience on this team has prepared you for middle school next year?
Being responsible and having set the example for other peers to know what's right and not the best choice.
I agree with Lena. It's definitely because
because you become nicer and you make sure that you're being a good person, so you can be a good role model for the people below your grade. And just being you for all the littler kids to see is just really important.
Mine has to be, I agree with Lena and Pearl, being responsible, because this prepare you for middle school, because middle school is a lot of work and you have to
take risks, to stand in front of people, find their voice, find their passion, and become leaders themselves so that they can end up on the Lighthouse team.
I teach fourth grade. We do focus a lot on data, right? They look at where they start at the beginning of the year and they get to set their own goal about where they think they'll be by the end of the year. And I think that's extremely important. I don't remember a time when I was in school when my teacher would show me, hey, this is what you scored. What do you think you can do in the future? And just having that goal and knowing what they're trying to achieve, I think makes a huge difference. But aside from that, I think it also helps students, just having leadership jobs available. It helps them think about what skills they can bring to that job. So we often talk about, is this a job you think you'd be good at? Like, let's look at what the description is. Are you great at drawing? And then they'll be like, ooh, sure. And then, or they'll say, or I'll say like, are you great at public speaking? I see.
What can we do as a staff? What can you do to achieve that goal? So we do a lot of steps to get to where they need to be. So we can look at those small things first to get to the end. So we do a lot of begin with the end in mind to get them to whatever their goal is, whether it's an academic goal or a behavior goal or something they want to accomplish outside of school as well.
What advice would you give to a fourth grader who comes to you saying they want to be on the student Lighthouse team?
Be yourself and try and focus on your goals. It's important to focus in school, but also sharpening the saw and synergizing outside of school can help you not only outside of school, but also in your academic learning.
Always be nice to everyone, no matter what. Like, even if they're not like your best friend, you still have to be nice to them because they're still a person. And also, just like be yourself to people.
Mine has to be like I agree with Pearl. Being yourself is a big part of it, but also I think that fourth graders should just try their best and mostly if you know you're good for a job, like go at it, like be confident, like it, and you don't have to always be the best, but I just feel like you should just be confident in yourself.
I agree with Juju because you don't have to have a perfect voice. You don't have to be perfect at everything, and you don't have to be perfect at this. You don't have to be perfect at that. You just have to be confident and act kind and be nice. Honestly.
Now I feel like to a fourth grader, if they were ever scared, just be yourself, be confident, don't be scared. I mean, it's okay to be scared, but everyone has that one little spot where you're like, I don't know, you know.
I agree with Ella. Like, I would give the advice to a fourth grader: just be yourself. Don't change anything about you. You want to be on Lighthouse, being you or you, not anybody else.
The advice I would give is just speak from the heart, be your real self, and don't listen to what other people say, but really it's your choices that will get you in, not your parents, not your sister, not your brothers, your friends, you and
component, the work that the teachers are doing and what we believe in as a school community is hopefully fostering kids who recognize that who they are, exactly the way they are, is who they should be, and they are wonderful exactly the way they were made and here, right? They don't have to be the best at everything, but they still need to be confident and comfortable, and we work hard to foster that safe space that welcomes that, right? Because once we have established that environment, then they're gonna take risks. And sometimes the only way we get better at anything or learn something new is when we're
Well, that concludes our staff and student questions. So you can go back to class. Yeah. And to close out our Leadership Day, please welcome Delaney Kretz as she shows us what it truly means to say, the leader is me. By believing in herself, setting goals, and continuing to grow as a leader in our school community. Delaney will be here in just a few minutes.
Thank you for sharing your leadership, Delaney. We are lucky to have the opportunity for students to showcase their leadership and the talent in the school musical. Over 60 SLE leaders synergized and sharpened their saw on our hit musical, Finding Nemo. Please welcome the cast of Finding Nemo for an exciting performance of We Swim Together and Go With the Flow.
You have traveled afar. You must be swimming under a lucky star. You're exactly where you're meant to be. So grab some shell and surf the sea with me. Go with the flow. Whoa, whoa. Go with the flow. Whoa, whoa. Go with the flow. Kick back and keep it mellow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Go with the flow. Jellyman, offspring. Hi, offspring. Jellyman. Jelly's cool. Hey, Squirt, show me your D60. Show yourself. Whoa. You kids out of the park. Someone help. Kill the motors, you. Finally take it slow. Let us see how Squirt does flying solo. Whoa! That was so cool. See what I did? You so totally rock, Squirt. You're such an amazing kid. Children, huh? It's awesome. They're right on the beach, then cuckoo, ka-choo. Cuckoo, ka-choo. On their own way back to the big old town. All by themselves? But what if they're not ready? I mean, how do you know? How do you know? Well, you never really know. If they're ever gonna grow. Then you gotta let them go. You know. Go with the flow. That's the only totally crushing it, dude. Just get on over to it. Rip it, roll it, curl it. Ride it, slide it, swirl it. Go with the flow. Whoa, whoa. Go with the flow. Whoa, whoa. Go with the flow. $10 on Sky surfing the mighty waters. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Ba, 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 ba. Righteous, righteous, yeah! Our students show the leader is me by making good choices with their time. And leader and me become most important things our big rocks. These are things like learning, goals, family, and being Cameron, Lanaya Onish, and Chloe Chap.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to learn something very important about leadership. This jar represents something we all have. It represents our time.
Hi everyone, I'm Natalia, and I'm about to say about me instead. 24 hours, but once I'm full.
Now let's meet the things that try to fill our time.
We are the big rocks. We are the most important things in your life. We might be family and friends, learning, being kind, practicing leadership, or working on your wildly important goals. If you forget about us, things start to feel out of control.
And we are the pebbles. We are not bad, but we're not the most important. We are things like chores, activities, practices, clubs. We matter, but we're not first.
And I'm the sand. I'm the little stuff that speaks into your day, like too much screen time, are you complaining, worrying about small things. If you're not careful, I take up a lot of space.
Let's see what happens if we put the sand in first.
Wow, look how much space I can take up when I go first.
Now the pebbles.
We can squeeze in, but things are starting to get crowded.
And now let's try to add the big rocks.
Hey, there's no room for us. I'm full, there's no time left.
When we fill our time with distractions first, we don't have time for what matters most. Now let's try something different. Big rocks first. Pebbles next.
Now we fit perfectly around the big rocks.
And now the sand.
Hey, I can still fit, but only in the small spaces.
Wow, everything fits. That's because we went first.
Leadership means making choices. It means doing what matters most. When we put first things first, we are living habit 3. Remember, if you don't choose what fills your time, something else will. Be a leader. Put your big rocks first, because
The leader is me. At Silver Lake, our Spanish immersion program helps students grow as leaders by learning new languages and connecting with cultures around the world. Today, 20 students from 1st through 5th grade will share a dance performance celebrating the traditions and energy of Spanish-speaking cultures through music and dance. Their confidence, teamwork, and pride in learning shows that leadership comes in many forms and reminds us that the leaders need. Please welcome our Spanish immersion dancers.
Posiciones. Posiciones. Línea negra. Línea negra.
Watch your wire.
We show that the leader is me. Please welcome Carter Crump for our final speech about how he demonstrates leadership.
Good afternoon. My name is Carter Crump and I am in 4th grade here at Silver Lake. Have you ever wondered what a 4th grader leader does? At Silver Lake, leadership is important because when you show leadership, it inspires other people to grow into an even better version of themselves. To me, leadership is about helping others be their best. A leader sets the example, helps others, and is someone you can trust. Leadership is not about being a boss. It is about doing the right thing even when no one is watching. I am a leader because when I am with my classmates, I make them feel like they matter. Helping others is important. Silver Lake leaders make our school a better place where students feel happy. I strive to help others as much as I can. I hope that I inspire others to make good choices and feel good about themselves. Thank you for coming today, and I hope you make great choices today and every day.
Thank you so much for sharing how you live by our core values and what your future goals are, Carter. We hope you enjoyed your time here at Silver Lake Elementary School for our leadership day. The leader is me. We are so proud of the leadership displayed each and every day in our classrooms and throughout the movement.
I am happy to introduce our principal, Miss Boyd. Miss Boyd leads by example every day by encouraging students and staff to believe in themselves, take initiative, and make a positive impact. Through her support, encouragement, and belief in our school community, she shows us that leadership begins with each one of us. Please welcome our principal, Miss Boyd, to the podium to share a few words to close out our program.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chrissy Boyd, and I'm kicking a stool. Sorry about that. And I'm a very proud principal here at Silver Lake Elementary. I'm proud of our community of staff. I'm proud of the community that we serve, and I'm especially proud of our student leaders. Can you please help me celebrate them once more? As we come to the close of our Leadership Day, I just want to take a moment to say thank you. Thank you to our students, staff, families, guests, for being here today and for helping make it such a celebration worthy of just, my heart is full, my cheeks hurt, it's just, I'm overflowing with joy. So thank you for being here and allowing us to create this opportunity. Today was more than just an event. It was a reflection of who we are, what we believe, and what we are building together each and every day here at the Hive. Even more importantly, it was an opportunity for our leaders to share their greatness with every one of you, a unique greatness that they all possess. Our theme this year, as you know, as it's been stated a few times, the leader is me. is such a powerful reminder that leadership is not about a title, a position, or even just being the loudest voice in the room. Leadership is about the choices that we all make, the way we treat one another, the way we persevere through challenges that come our way, and the way we choose to use our gifts to make a difference for those around us and within the community. Today, our student leaders showed us exactly what that can look like. They showed us that leaders can be kind, leaders can be brave, they can listen, work together, make mistakes, and keep on going. Leaders can help others feel seen, heard, valued, and important. At Silver Lake, we believe that every single child has leadership and greatness within them. Every student has the ability to believe in themselves, belong to something bigger than themselves, and become the very best version of who they were meant to be. That is what today was all about, and we hope that that's what you were left feeling. To our students, I hope you leave today remembering that your voice matters, your choices matter, and your leadership absolutely matters. You do not have to wait until you are older, bigger, or someone tells you you're ready to lead. You are already leaders, and you are leading right now. Today was a testament to your leadership. You lead in your classroom, you lead on the playground, on the bus, or at home. You can lead by example, with kindness, with courage, and especially with heart. Because the truth is, the leader is not just someone else, and the leading does not need to be left to someone else, because the leader is each of you. The leader is me, and the leader is all of us together. Thank you again for giving us your greatest gift of time and being present with us for this very special day. Thank you also for your contribution in helping us grow leaders at SLE. We hope that you'll join us again next year, and we hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day and that you each drive safe. I'd like to turn it back over to the fully competent MCs to conclude our time together. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Ms. Boyd, for your leadership and always inspiring us to believe in ourselves. Because of your guidance, we're reminded that every day that the leader is me. Thank you for visiting us at Silver Lake Elementary today. We hope you enjoyed seeing all the leaders in actions, where we believe leadership starts within, because the leader is me.
Please collect your things and line up and meet our leadership lab Granby, Caitlin Tyler, at the back door of the cafeteria for one of our favorite leadership traditions at Silver Lake, our leadership lab.